All right, welcome, and today going to be working on this MS 180 Stihl, and I got this new band playing in the background if you don't mind. They are glass beams, and let's see, okay, MS 180, looks like first we're going to take this cover off and get to the carburetor. We're going to replace the carburetor. And the issue with this was that it was running great for the guy and then just wouldn't start up again. And I gave him some suggestions via text and stuff, went over there, and he was actually in the process of giving me a riding mower. But so I went over there, we talked about this a little bit, said it was working, he came back out. In the text, I told him, hey, take the plug out, pull it a bunch of times, and retry it. He did that, and it worked for a while, and then back to the same thing. Okay, so to take this cover off, and I couldn't get it started either. And I checked for spark. It did have spark. It was just fine. And it was just getting flooded out now that I'm thinking about it, remembering what went on there. So that's just that one fastener right there that holds cover on. Should get a box for parts here. I probably don't need it. I could set this stuff out on the table. But yes, we're just going to go ahead and replace the carburetor. I got an Amazon special. Hopefully that's the correct one. It looks right. It's kind of funky. Looks like this is going to be a little bit of a challenge to getting in here and doing it. So it looks like we got a couple 5/16 that go up in there. Hopefully this handle doesn't have to come off. But once I get these, go grab a deep well 5/16 and get those out. Okay, I was going to try to get in there with a deep well, but that handle's kind of in the way. So I got this little stubby ratchet, which is working out nicely here. Hopefully that fits in this other hole here. See if we can get down in there. Yep, there we go. Even if we can just get it started. Okay, we got that going right. Hard to get on that. Okay, that's tightening it. Don't want to do that. I'm not even really able to get on that thing. Okay, so I got that kind of loose. I'm gonna grab this with this. I am able to get to it from this side. That nut come off? Yeah, it did. It's right there. Okay, so there's that. That's its side, so we know we got it. Is this the right size? Yeah, that's it. That's what we loosened it up with. Should still work. Just a matter of getting it down in this hole and being able to get a hold on this thing. Boy, I better not have to take this handle off. That would not be good. This little thing right here is not letting me get down on that. I think I got it. Yeah, I'm just able to get right here in that little gap. Just to get enough of a bite on it. Then maybe I can get that deep well down in there. Kudos to Glass Beads. I'm digging this music. Give me a little thumbs up if you like it or not. Okay, let's see. I know I got some turns on that thing. Maybe I can somehow get in here and turn it with my finger somehow, or get a screwdriver in there. I got one that'll fit. This looks like it'll fit. Looking good so far. How do we get it out of there? Should just be popping off, I think. Should be loose. Man, what's holding that thing on? Okay, so we got the throttle here. See this action? And by the looks of it, you might not be able to see it down there, but I'll do a little close up on that. Bring it in. So there's the mechanism, and it's going in that. You see where the that little arm is coming through there, the rod. So it's in that hole. It's a pretty dirty hole. There you can see a little better. I wiped it off. Right there. Okay. I'm thinking this carburetor should be able to slide right off. It's almost like the linkage is holding it up. Is it just the linkage holding it up? There's something else holding this thing on here. What is it? Let's try to get some clues. Let's look at this other one. What else could it be? There's nothing else holding this on. So it should just be sliding right off. The only thing holding it up are the linkages. Oh, so that's what that looks like. That's weird. Hopefully this is gonna work. That looks kind of funky. That little notch. Yeah, I guess that's how this one's set up. Okay, it's the same. See that down in there? It's got the same notch. Okay. Turn this light off. How are we gonna get this off? What's the secret? What's the trick? Is there a trick? What's keeping it? Okay, so then we got this grounding wire. It's attached in here. I'm thinking this might have to come out somehow. Looks like it might pop right out of this side here. Boy, this handle's almost gonna have to come off, ain't it? See if I can do that. If I can get this linkage out of the way, it looks like that's what's keeping it. It seems like that might be the thing that's keeping it from moving backward. Yeah, this is just gonna keep it in a bind as I'm trying to move the carburetor backwards. This linkage that's connected. See if I can take it out. I don't think I can take it out, man. That's gonna be a challenge, it looks like. Hopefully we can get in here and easily get this out. Let's look, see what the situation is here with this handle. Get a Torx tip on here. Okay, got a little Torx tip on here. Don't even ask me what size it is. I think it's less than a 25. Okay. So we're taking these out. You can see what's going on underneath this handle. Is there a way to get this link out of here in a way where we can put it all back together without taking this whole handle part off? I think there is. So I'm going to go ahead and slide this off here. So just slide out. Trying to make note of how this all kind of goes together here. So got that. And that latches on to the back. That spring, see that how it's crooked there, kind of angled to keep that spring on the back side there. So we're going to take all this off, try to get this spring off first. Take this little trigger out. Okay, take this off. Got to kind of rotate this out of here. Okay, so that's that. Now the carburetor should be able to back off. Possibly this link might still be keeping it from going. So we might have to disconnect this wire somehow. However, it's connected onto here. Maybe we just move out of the way. It looks like this should just pop right off this black piece. This little choke adjustment rod right here. Looks like we can pop it right out of there. Just sets in a little groove right there. I think we can pop it out. And then once we get this side up, just pull it out this way. Probably just leave the wire connected, and maybe for now the choke link. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little of this Wonder Juice. This is the freeze off. It's an expensive penetrant. And let's see if it works any good. We're going to try to pop this right out of here. Is that cooperating? Yeah, it popped right out of there. Okay. So now, all right, there's spring tension on it too. There was. It seemed like going back that way. So we got this. Can we get it out? Yeah. So that's loose. This just slides down in there. Just need to get it out of the way. There we go. So that's how that link, that's how that choke link goes in there. And so just take that out. Set that to the side. Put it back later. Okay. And this is just kind of out of the way. We should be able to pull the carburetor off of there now. What else is holding this thing on, man? I don't think there's anything else holding it on. I don't get it. Okay, I'm gonna have to examine this a little closer. I don't really see how this comes off. I think I got everything I should have got off of it. Should just be popping right out. Can't tell what it's holding on to. Gosh. Okay, all right, I was able to come in right over here on the back side of this throttle valve up against the plastic and just real nice and easy, and it eventually popped. So it was just kind of, I guess it was just the gasket stick. It was stuck on the gasket. All right, so we're gonna lift this up and try to back this off all the way. Come on off. Okay, that's good. Let's see how that goes on there. That throttle link, just like that. We're gonna rotate it out of there like that. So it just kind of hooks on like this, back into place. Then that goes up to the trigger. So it just hooks on like that. Like that. Put that to the side. And we only got one fuel line going there, so that works. They sent the fuel line with this kit, but I am not messing with that at all. And so what I like to do when I'm going in after getting these fuel lines to preserve this line, because to do it, I mean, you got to get all down into that tank. Ain't no way. I'm not doing that. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it in this case. So before I take these lines off, I like to lube them up real good, let it sit for a second, then I'll pop it off. And I don't like grabbing it onto here. I'll take a screwdriver and just kind of try to pry it down from here, so that I don't booger up that line. I got to try to preserve this line as much as possible. Let's see if it'll come off now. Yeah, it's coming off easy. I'm going to release a little pressure on this gas, just in case there's any pressure built up. Okay, it's what it looks like on that line. Might be able to get it down a little bit more. Yeah, I'll scoot it down just a little bit more with a screwdriver if I can get it on there.
We are live
a little further down.
EXP with glass beams all the way from Melbourne, Australia. Thank you so much for the
Glass beams from Melbourne, Australia. Pretty good stuff. Okay, Les, what else we got? Okay, this is the Black Angel Exit Shine. Kind of a new band to me. They sounded pretty good, so I saved them into my A-list. They made it to the A-list. Alright, let's see if we can get this link back in here. So it goes like this and around so. If I can get this back in here. Might have to pull it out a little bit, or is that going to work? So I got it up under there. Am I going to be able to twist it? It looks like the angle that I'm approaching it, I'm not going to be able to get it twisted onto there. So, you see what I'm trying to do? Maybe you can. If I zoom it right in there. trying to get that there. So I need to get this up in here. Hopefully you can see that. So I got it up in there, I just got to twist it, but the body of the carburetor right there is in the way. So it's, yeah, I got to do it before. Okay, that's it. That's it. I just had to pull it out a little bit. So you just got to finagle with it. And get it back around there. There we go. Almost there now. How about that choke link? What did I do with that? Okay, there's that. And that goes down in there. It slides down in that little. That slides down in there, but let me try to get it. So that's kind of got to do one of these numbers too, right? Oh, how am I going to get this on there? Okay, this one's actually a little easier, maybe, to get on there. I got to get it down in here. I can't get it around here. Okay, I got to get this out of the way, I guess. I can get that on later, possibly. There we go. Okay, I'm going to get this. So I got that choke link in there. I'm gonna trying to keep this in its proper position. Okay, that's fine. Now I gotta get the get this rod back in here. Okay, let's not break anything. There we go. Got that rod back in on that side. Right over here. Now I think it's just a matter of popping it back down into place. See where I gotta put that in? Like right in. It's got the little groove. That right there, let's see. Yep, see how it's got to pop back in there? So I'm going to try to put it back down in that little space for it. Should go pop back down there nice and happy, hopefully. Okay, choke action's working pretty good. Throttle. Throttle, yes. Yes, throttle's working. Okay. But once that plastic piece is broke, you're screwed, man. Hopefully that holds nice. Okay, hopefully I can figure out how to get this trigger back together. Alright, so the trigger is going back into there. That's going back into here. That should be no problem. And that little wire is going underneath this thing here. And what do we do with the rest of this stuff? Where's the... Okay, I've got the... Okay, so we got to get this back on here. See how that goes? Got to get it back on that way. Turn it around. This thing just wants to go back together. Boy, I sure hope this works. Okay. That should all be back together. Okay, let's get this handle back on, handle cover. And it might be easier to put the air cleaner back on first with the clearance that we can get. I'm gonna put a little boy, this thing didn't come with air cleaner, but it's fine. It's just got a little dust right in here. That's where, well, all the air goes in there. Then it's got this little, I don't know what the hell that is for. That hole in the top of the carburetor right there, I don't know what that port is for. I think it's just for alignment. I don't think it goes anywhere down there. Because this, the back side, hopefully there's no air that's flowing through there. It's hard to tell, man. You don't want a bunch of crappy air blowing through there. Dirty air. I don't think that's going anywhere. That's just an alignment recess. Okay, let's just get this back on. I don't know. I don't think this had a washer going to it. Okay, so that's just to align this thing up real good. All right. Get this thing started with putting that in there. Okay, this went easier than I thought, and hopefully this will be a good repair. Okay, this one's gonna be easy to tighten up. The other one, I highly doubt it's gonna be as easy, but I'm gonna use this short one to get it started. If I can get up in there, I got a little ways to go before it falls off. I was about to say, and it fell off pretty quick. Okay. How am I gonna get that thing out? Small magnet. And my little forceps. I had some really skinny forceps I don't see laying around right now. Let's see if I can get it here. It's gonna be like the monkey trying to get the fruit out of the... I won't be able to get it out if I don't get a hold of it. Okay, maybe I can shake it out. There it is. Good shake. Dun, 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 dun. So I'm probably going to have to, with this one, just kind of hold it upside down. So I just hold it upright just to get it started here so it doesn't fall out. Get it kind of up on there. I think I got it started. I'm gonna go as far as that nut will let me, because turning that wrench is gonna be a slow process. Okay, got it. Wouldn't say hand tight. Fingertip, tippy tip, tight. Oh yeah, this is the screwdriver one. Here we go. Okay, get it on there. That's nice and tight for me. Stuff out of the way. Almost ready to fire this thing up. Okay, where'd the air cleaner go? Here's the air cleaner for it. And while we're here, why not put in this new spark plug that good old Amazon was so nice to provide. Let's see. That'll work. Okay, this is No Sugar Tonight, New Mother Nature. The Guess Who. Okay, so we took that out. That plug looks darn new. And this is the one that came with Amazon. Let's see how that runs. And I'll give him back his. By the way, here's what the fuel lines they give you to go put up in that tank. Ain't no way. I ain't doing it. Okay, so we got that there. That plug is a little bit longer. Hopefully it doesn't mess with any of the clearance. Should be all right. Okay, let's get this back on. Kind of back together. I don't even know how to start this thing, honestly. So it looks like there's no primer bulb. Choke is all the way down, and I think you gotta. Oh, let's get this handle back on real quick. Dang it! I gotta take that cover off. Let's get that screw back in there. Okay. Or just lift it up out of the way. Okay, got screw one. Looking for the other screw. Where's the other one? Screw two. Get this out of the way. I'm gonna have to nix the audio on this thing because YouTube, I'm sure, is gonna flag it. Oh, and one of my more recent additions to my A-list music, Run DMC, the King of Rock, high school days. They have been added to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, by the way. I just found out, which is nice. Oh my gosh, really. Okay, so that should be choke all the way down, no priming, no on-off button, it's just the choke button. So let's see what it does. Be back to the drawing board on this one. Ah.